I am Uday Bhons. Welcome to your favorite YouTube channel Uday Bhons English or Learn English with Uday Bhons. Today's topic is change of modals for direct speech. Change of modals for direct speech. That means at first we should know what modals are. What are modals? So far as the auxiliaries are concerned, there are two types of auxiliaries, primary auxiliaries and secondary auxiliaries. And we have and do are primary auxiliaries. And our secondary auxiliaries are called modals. What are modals? Can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, must, need, dare, used to, and ought to. These are the modals of the secondary auxiliaries. Can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, must, need, dare, used to, and ought to. These are the modals. And how to change them in case of direct speech. That means if in the direct speech, the modal can is used, it becomes could in indirect speech. If the direct speech takes the modal can, it becomes could. Example, Mitha said, I can play cricket. And its answer will be, Mitha said that she could play cricket. The question is, Mitha said, I can play cricket. And its answer will be, Mitha said that she could play cricket. Because the direct speech takes the modal can and it becomes could in indirect speech. So can becomes could. Next, will becomes would. Will becomes would. Example, Lata said, I will play cricket. Lata said, I will play cricket. And its answer will be, Lata said that she would play cricket. Lata said that she would play cricket. Here will becomes would. Can becomes could. Will becomes would. Then may becomes might. Example, Mitha said, I may do this work. Mitha said, I may do this work. And its answer will be, Mitha said that she might do that work or the work. Mitha said that she might do that work or the work. Here may changes into might. That means can becomes could, will becomes would, and may becomes might. Now shall. Shall becomes either should or would in indirect speech. Shall becomes either should or would in indirect speech. Example, my father said, you shall go there. My father said, you shall go there at once. Here, for the subject you, shall is used because it is meant for the threatening purpose. So my father said, you shall go there. And if we change this speech into indirect speech, its answer will be, my father said that I should go there. My father said that I should go there at once. And sometimes, especially, shall changes or shall becomes would. Example, my mother said, I shall help you. My mother said, I shall help you. And its answer will be, my mother said that she would help me. My mother said that she would help me. So, shall becomes either should or would. So, in this way, I can repeat it. Can becomes could, will becomes would, and shall becomes should or would, and may becomes might. Then, must. In case of must, that means if the direct speech takes the modal must, it can be changed into had to or it can be remained unchanged. In which case will it be unchanged and in which case will it be changed into had to? So at first we should have to know the purpose of must. Purpose of must. That means if the modal must is used for general purpose, it remains unchanged. On the other hand, if the modal must is used for obligation purpose, it becomes hard to. Example, Sarita said, you must do this work. Sarita said, you must do this work. And here, the modal must is used for general purpose. So its answer will be, Sarita said that I must do the work. Sarita said that I must do the work. Because here the modal must is used for general purpose or general sense. And in case of obligation, must becomes hard to in indirect speech. Example, our teacher said, you must do your duties. You must do your duties. And its answer will be, our teacher said that I had to do my duties. Our teacher said that I had to do my duties, because here the modal must is used for obligation purpose. But nowadays in present English, nowadays in modern English, it depends on you whether to change the modal must to had to or not to change. So that means if we change it, it is right. If we do not change it, it is right. That means in case of obligation, in case of general, if we change it, it is right. If we do not change it, it is right. That means in case of general, there is no chance of changing. That means it remains unchanged. But in case of obligation, it depends whether to change into had to or not. And the rest modals, need, dare, used to and ought to. Need, dare, used to and ought to. And these four modals remain unchanged in indirect speech. That means now you can say, if need is used in direct speech, it remains unchanged. If dare is used, it remains unchanged. If used to is used, it remains unchanged. If ought to is used, it remains unchanged. Perhaps I think everything about the modals is clear for you. If this channel is or will be useful to you, please like, share and subscribe it. Thank you.